Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are playing another Warwick matchup. This is in Emerald slash Diamond MMR on this account, I believe. Something I wanted to consider in Champ Select is I have a Nautilus support and a Brand bot lane, typically with ranged versus melee bot lane. Your melee bot laner is going to get pushed in. The double range is always going to have the range advantage, and the job of the melee support is to keep his HP held high for when the jungler ganks, and then you can just have a really nice all-in. My Nautilus wants to go for an invade here because we have a lot of CC level 1. Nautilus, Shenton, maybe my R. But I always want to ward my top side. If we're going to full sprint my bot side, I don't want to enter a empty top side. So they wait for me, and we follow Nautilus into the jungle. I ping the bushes because if we can secure the bushes as a 5-man, it's nice. We see Cassidon disconnected from his team, so it's kind of chill. They're all clumped up, perfect for my R. I'm gonna pause this. I think in this position with camp spawning in 9 seconds, I should not spend the 400 gold and just book it to... I think I can book it to my chickens instead. It takes longer to back and spend gold. Also undoing the seal, just going for the tome instead because builds into Faded Ashes and Leandry's faster. 1 kill plus 1 assist, you know? Extra gold there. Yeah, Vision of Warwick. Wolf Start allows me to be bot side. As far as lane matchups go, Shen, I believe, should be able to win against Xin. Shen is really strong pick against Xin and Warwick. My Ziggs should have permanent prio against Cassidon. He's just able to shove, shove, shove all day long. Messing up my clear here using the wrong awakened and stuff, but... a little bit autopilot or distracted. So we're looking at the minimap here as we cross over. My bot lane looks like they have prio all game. My mid lane has prio all game, and my top laner is getting pushed in. You just want to ping out the enemy jungle location always, so little ping on the red buff. I'm playing for camp sequencing here and skipping over the red, so next clear I'm not desyncing my Krugs from my Raptors. Right there on the minimap, that's Nautilus landing a hook on Mel, so want to check in on bot lane's HP soon. Right here, we're looking. We're chilling. Ziggs pinged that Cassidon used flash. We did a top to bot. He did a bot to top, so bot crab is free. The reason I didn't go for that gank bottom is because they're too close to their turret. They're legit hugging the pillar. think I could have flashed for the Cassidon here. And unfortunately, my Q lightning bolts trail off the Warwick into the minion, and the minion absorbs all the damage on top of his damage mitigation, so it's just really tragic, honestly. I think I could have flashed for the Cassidon there. So, when you're leaving the base with your gold spent, you can always think about ganking top. Got a little Warwick doggy here trying to take my refresh grump. Yeah, Ziggs looks really fun to play against. Our bot lane has perma prio, so I just spam ping the dragon. We should be able to win any bot lane skirmishes. That's actually a condition to consider. You should be able to get free dragon soul in theory if your bot lane's winning this hard. Brand has connection issues, which really sucks. Instead of insta-pulling the dragon, I'm hovering the Ziggs here because I think there's like an angle where Warwick can look to gank the Ziggs. If I was the enemy jungle, I would be able to just walk onto Ziggs, so all my camps are down. And the alternative was randomly invading or starting the dragon. And I just chose to hover the Ziggs and top crab spawns, so that's my level 6. And we see Warwick now. He checked Banana Bush. I don't know if he missed the ward in the Dragon Pit. I think he did. And their bot lane is posturing really aggressively. Warwick is unaccounted for here. I'm guessing he's on blue buff if he's not. On Dragon in the river, I'm not sure. It's free kill spot. Yeah, I don't think double mage champs are allowed to be standing at our turret like that. It's a nice little ignite from the Shen. I really heavily prioritize grubs over the first dragon. So conditions have been pretty decent for me to be able to do this. My mid laner has perma prio, so river objectives are kind of free. Whenever you think people can contest, like you're not sure if Warwick or Cassidon or other people are going to show up, you want to hold on to your awaken and not waste it on the grubs. 900 smite, sit down. And that should be Warwick heading into his top side. So if Warwick is heading into his top side, another thing you have to consider is your teammate's location. So my Shen, what he wants to do is he wants to crash that wave, and he's very vulnerable halfway into the wave, if you look at the minimap location. And that prompts Xin Zhao to be confident and just all in. Can run him down the entire lane, and he has a nearby Warwick. Both are good indicators for Xin to do this all in. So if you know what's going on in the nearby lanes to you, or like what your laner wants to do, or what the enemy laner wants to do, you want to make sure you're in the right place at the right time. I drop my blue for that, and, you know, it works out well. Right here, I get Oblivion Orb because the value against Warwick and Xin Zhao is too high. Too high to ignore it. The reason why I like Oblivion Orb better than Thornmail is because you can apply it with your R and Leandries, and it makes it so that you're easily applying it to many people at once. There's no hard requirement for them to be hitting you to get the Grievous Wounds effect. So it's not like Xin has to be hitting me to be affected by it. I just need to be nearby. I think there is a problem with it taking up a space in your inventory permanently for the whole game, but early game it's not that crazy. It's really nice that my stun goes through the the Cassidon jump. Stepping in there protects my bot side just in case Warwick comes down, and it also, you know, if any camps were up, I could just deny it. So if his bot side camps are down out of base, he's likely to run top. So I just don't go to my bot side and I just play top. Excuse me, if you heard that, I sneezed. So whenever the wave is 3/4 the way down the lane, it's really easy for you to just walk in. Something you should consider doing a lot whenever there's a top laner that can't easily 1v2 you and top laner, so I don't think I would do that if it was like an Aatrox or a Mordekaiser or a Darius or an Alawi. So it's important that while you're clearing your jungle camps, that you put your camera on the nearby most vulnerable laner. So right after our play, our Shen chooses to stay for plating and minions, and he gets immediately punished by Warwick. And I'm able to just put my camera over to him and understand that I need to be there just in case Warwick griefs his recall or he gets punished for doing this overstay. So earlier we noticed that Warwick would have been topside out of base, and he is actually topside. I think the highest value thing that we can do is go to his red But Shen needed it back, so I'll just drop a ward there and sync recall with him. I really considered building steel caps this game for the Xin and the Warwick, but I have played a few games against Mel and Lux and Warwick Fear, and it's enough for me to build Merc Treads. The Warwick Fear gets pretty annoying. So right here, I just do red out of base, and I think, what can the Warwick do? I look at the map in this picture, and I'm like, okay, my bot lane is very vulnerable. They keep pushing up, exerting their lead, and my brand is half HP. So if I was the Warwick, I would be going for the brand. That's why I instantly blast cone over, and I'm staying as close to my vulnerable lane as I could. Enemy HP conditions were so bad that it's just fine for me to do this. And you just space out Warwick really easily with your arm. Mel's going to die here, but she just flashes for no reason. So you always want to track what the enemy jungle can do or play for, potentially. And that's why I'm pinging the heck out of the Rift Herald. I saw nobody was coming to answer me for what I did to the bot tower, so just take the next wave, generate some bot lane wave prio. And Warwick's just getting cyberbullied in his own jungle. Remember, the game is played off of waves, so whenever you're rotating to a play or looking to make your next play, whether it be Rift Herald or the fight, just grab the wave if it's an open lane. It's really good damage mitigation by the Mel on that W timing. Warwick's dead for another 4 seconds, so even if he runs to Shen, this should be free. So I build a Frozen Heart here because Warwick and Xin Zhao both need attack speed. They both need to be hitting their target as many times as possible, so I think it's a really high value armor item this game. So here we already have a flank on the Lux. It doesn't matter where she goes. So I already intended to go the long way. And I spotted out Warwick. So instead of starting the dragon, we don't allow them to do anything for free, like taking the mid turret. And my team wants to start dragon, but I know the rule is always one more wave, mid. So this wave is the wave that determines whether you can hit an objective. And it has to be gone first, so. The Ziggs bomb on the fat wave mid lane is also really nice. So if you want to close out games fast, you have to use Rift Herald. Void Grubs and Rift Herald really help accelerating the game state. You just collect as much gold as you can from turrets. Tier 2s. Here, just defend the Nautilus because he went for a second charge into 4 people, I think. Make sure the mid wave is clear as you head up across the map, and all the enemy camps are your camps now. Here I just want to shadow the Shen because he's overextended in the sideline, and there's nothing for enemies to do besides just fight him. And they send 2 teleports in, Cassidon and Mel. So I know it's a 2v4, there's no way we win that. All these roses spawning top means Otacon's top. And in 20 seconds. Shen says he has R for when he spawns, so... If Mel recalls, I believe we can do this. She's recalling to answer the Ziggs. So one of the points I make a lot is micromanaging your support. So if you're going for an invade like this, you just want to put pings on your teammates' heads and try to communicate what you're trying to do. Looks like Warwick wasn't too interested in top side, so... If he's not top, he's bottom. I question mark ping my camps, and then we spot him out on his camp spot side, so... Poke is really meaningful on champions that can't easily sustain it up. So that's why I chucked RR onto Mel. Unless they go base, they're not getting that HP back. And that's an FF from them. I still have 3,700 gold in my pocket. And the game was quite the stomp.